All right, time to go over some work that you had to do as a little review. This is reviewing how to write formulas, because you're going to have to be able to write formulas in this chapter. So the homework on this one, all right, it looked like this, where you had to write out these. So the first one, we needed to combine mg and f. mg and f. So you had to look at your periodic table and identify that mg is a +2. F is a -1. How do we do that again? I better go back and look at that, huh? So what we end up having to do is remember that everything that's in this first row, these guys all have a +1. These guys all have a +2. There's mg, he's +2. These guys in the middle are all +2 unless they have a Roman numeral, which that is their charge. These guys over here, that's a +3. These guys are plus or -4. These guys are -3. And then we got -2 under the O. And under the F, those are all -1, and these guys are all 0. So there's the F that we have, and he's a -1. All right, so we got those two. Do those guys cancel each other? No. So we got to take the numbers and crisscross them. So I'm going to put the 2 here, put the 1 there. Now, what does this really mean? It means that I have 1 mg, and I got 2 f's. That's what that thing is actually made up of. An mg and 2 f's. All right. So let's go on to the second one. The second one, I got calcium and phosphorus, calcium phosphide. So calcium from the periodic table, he's a +2. Phosphorus is a -3. All right, and those don't cancel each other, so I'm going to crisscross that. So this is a 2, that's a 3. Now what does that say again? That says I've got, in my circle, I've got a Ca, a Ca, and a Ca, and then I got 2 Ps. That's what that compound is. It's 3 Cas and 2 Ps. All right, let's do the next two. Next one, Al and NO3. Oh man, NO3. What in the world is that? Well, you have to go to that chart. Oops, get my chart over here. There he is. So you need this chart. If you remember, that was the common polyatomic ions, and you have to look up those ions that are made up of more than one atom, more than one element, and that's this guy, NO3, he's nitrate. So Al comes from the periodic table, he is a +3. NO3 from that chart, he's a -1. Those don't cancel each other. So we got to crisscross it. The 1 goes over there, leave it blank, 3 goes over here, but we got to put this guy in parentheses and say 3 of him. Now, what does this look like inside my circle thing as to what it is? I've got an Al, only 1 of him, and then I've got an N and 3 O's. But I have that 3 times. All right. Notice on this that it's the inside there, it's an N and 3 O's. That's what I have, but then I have it 3 times. A common mistake that people make on this, and I've noticed through the years I've been teaching, is they leave off the N's and they just do the N once. And then they do the O's 3 times. No, it's everything that's in that parentheses is 3 times. Okay? Second one, we got Ba and SO4. Well, barium is, he's a +2. SO4, he's a -2 from that polyatomic ion. Those guys cancel each other. So it's just going to be 1 to 1. So now if I make my circle on this guy, I've got a Ba, I've got an S, and I have 4 zeros, or 4 O's. Okay? Not zeros, but O's. So that's what that one's made up of. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is K and N. So we got Kn. So K, he's a +1, N is a -3. So we're going to crisscross those. We go 1, leave it blank, 3 goes over here. So there's my formula, K3N. So inside my circle, I would have 3 Ks and 1 N. That's what that formula means. My next one is kind of big, NH4 and PO4. Both of these came from that polyatomic ion chart. Both of them are on this chart. Right. So this guy is +1. This guy is -3. They don't cancel each other, so we got to crisscross that. 1 goes over here, leave it blank. 3 goes over here, but that's got to be in parentheses. And go 3 times. So now if I were to make my little circle thing, I've got on this side, I got an N and 4 H's, but I have that 3 times. another time. And on the other side, I got a P and 4 O's is what that molecule is all made up of. All right, we'll go to the next ones. All right, then it says we got Ag, and it says it's +1, which is unique, and it's an S, which that actually is a -2 from the periodic table. Now, those don't cancel each other, so we're going to go 2 over here, 1 goes over there, leave it blank. And what does this mean in my circle? I got an Ag and an Ag, and I got 1 S. All right, then I have Cu, that's a +2, with I, and I in the periodic table, he's a -1. So those don't cancel, so I got to put a 2 over there. And then what does this mean in my circle? I've got a Cu, and I got 2 I's. All right. Then the very last thing it says list the 7 diatomic elements. Those diatomic elements, remember there's 7 of them, and they make a number 7 in the periodic table. It's nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. There's number 7. Okay. But remember that's only 6 of them. You also have to add hydrogen that's over here. What does it mean to be diatomic? That means each one of those is doubled if they're all by themselves. So this would be N2, O2, F2, Cl2, Br2, I2, and H2. But again, that's only when they're by themselves. If they're with something else, then we have to do the crisscross method to come up with their numbers. All right, well, that concludes that homework worksheet. So, talk to you next time. See ya.